Welcome, my name is Matt, aka Road to the 88. We are getting into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mods. Lobot. Lobot is the head of security for Lando Calrissian's Cloud City facility on the planet of Bespin. For anyone who has ever wondered what this contraption is behind the back of his head, in my Star Wars dictionary book, the Star Wars visual dictionary, that is, you can open up in the page and there's they kind of give you each different types of character, each of the characters, as well as vehicles, weaponry, clothing materials even, and kind of explain what they are. Specifically with Lobot, when we get to the page for Lando Calrissian, he is equipped with a cybernetic implant. The chief administrator aide of Cloud City keeps in direct contact with the city's central computer, able to monitor a vast array of details at once. Lobot is an ideal assistant to Lando Calrissian. Lobot takes great satisfaction in making Cloud City a well-run success. The city central computer link is what it's called. It is literally, and it's considered a cyborg unit, which is kind of weird because that sounds like a Star Trek term. But it literally is connecting down into his brain tissues. Now we've seen Echo, Clone Trooper Echo, end up with something similar to it, as well as a young girl in a skeleton crew had something, but in her case it was kind of helping with possibly diabetics, kind of similar situation. It also kind of assisted with her ability to see. These contraptions generally are like put on these people, these characters, that's kind of like a medical device for some personal need, whatever. But at the same time, in the Star Wars universe, they take advantage of the fact that it's going into the brain and actually utilize it to be able to connect with network systems. If you go back to my mods video about Echo, the Bad Batch version of Echo, I pointed out that his arm also had to be replaced with a similar mechanism to that of what R2-D2 uses to connect into computers, into the computer systems. That arm, of course, goes up, through the nervous system. The nervous system concept goes up to the same part of the brain, allowing him to have access to whatever he connects to, and he can actually see what all is going on. Again, in the Star Wars universe, they take advantage of these abilities, of this medical. It's like a medical device, but thinking about where it's going into the brain. I honestly, I have to admit, there are a lot of backstories from like Revenge, Zorba the Hutt's Revenge, or Revenge Zorba the Hutt, to various other stories where you can get some backstories regarding Lando. Anytime Lobot does come up, though, I know there's some backstories on him. I don't think I probably just haven't read enough personally to discover what the specific reason behind why he has to have his. It's not exactly something that people just choose and elect to have put on them in the Star Wars universe. I do seem to recall some backstories about Lobot having like some military history of his own before getting into security work. But honestly, that's probably kind of not unheard of for many security personnel cases. A lot of times usually it's a military veteran's background that leads them into that security career. Of course, there's a lot of planetary systems in the Star Wars universe that don't actually design themselves to deliberately have military, just simple, basic security. But anyways, Lobot. You can go to my first video regarding where I explain the various different types of characters, their role positions, as well as the various different types of mods, and by definition what they each mean. And I explain what it is we are doing when we apply the mods to certain types of characters. Both the in-game tip and the online website, swgoh.gg, do recommend modding Lobot with speed and health. He is a support character. He groups up he can group up as a leader. That's the type of support. He can be a leader, in which in Cloud City he kind of was. He technically was, even though technically Lando was above him. So depending on how you want to put your squad together, you could have him follow Lando probably. But he's a support character. He'll follow just as well, even from within the squad. Or he can lead as kind of like an XO to the CO, assistant commanding officer to his commanding officer, basically. They got him grouped up to work with constables, rebels, and he's a light side character. As a support character, when you're doing the speed, you're basically making him move a lot quicker. With the health, he's still kind of focused on the support, the health and the well-being of the squad members. So we just kind of, we basically have kept him as a support character, just made him a little bit quicker at what he does. When he does attack though, when he does fight or shoot anything, with that speed, it does allow him to have a little more quickness to a step when he attacks. So he will have that element of an attacker character, but he is largely going to be focused in on the support of the squad. So that is Lobot's mod. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below, and thank you for following. May the Force be with you.